G'day campers. Well, what a day it's been. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting day. I am suffering with a toothache from hell. So if my words go a bit funny, that's probably why, because I have something going on here and it's very painful. Got the old koi harm, otherwise known as clove oil, on the tooth. It made my whole mouth go numb a minute ago, but that seems to have passed now. Yeah, I've been having fun today. Not had my head in the game today, I must admit. My Very Pump 20,000, the impeller housing cracked on it. I'll try and splice a photo in here somewhere. So Paul Smith again very nicely has lent me his 30,000, or 35,000 I think it is actually, and I put that on, whacked it up a bit. The bottom drains went jump and promptly filled the impeller up with rubbish. So I hadn't really realised it had filled up because it was still getting quite a good flow rate, and this morning it had slowed right down. So I took the pump off and cleaned out the impeller, as you do, put it back on, left the flow rate as it was, probably spat all the media out of my moving bed because I'd set the flow rate. Obviously a bit of muck had already got into that pump before I set the flow rate properly, and it was trying to pump way too much water through, so I had a major clear up operation there this afternoon. And again this morning, boiling up the EasyPod on the fry tank. Boiled it up a couple of times, cleaned it out as you do, dropped the beer sieve back in, disappeared off, took the kids to school, came back, not a problem, went out to check on the fish, and I thought, hang on, there's water coming out the top of the EasyPod. That shouldn't be happening. I cleared the beer filter. So I was on the phone to Vince, Twisted Koi at the time. I just went, gotta go, mate. I think it was this afternoon. Ran out to the EasyPod. Numpty, I'd left the air on, so it was still boiling, still knocking all the muck out, and it basically clogged the beer filter in an hour and a half. So of course when you put a beer filter in, you've got no overflow. Yeah, spat all the media out into the outer chamber. Photo again, hopefully, if I can work out how to do it. So there's my two little media escapades for the day. In other news, the sieve mesh has turned up, so give me something to play with. 3300 micron-ish, I think, mesh. So hopefully that won't blow through with the flow rate. We'll soon find out. Took a little bit longer than expected because numpty again, ordered it on eBay, didn't realise it was coming from China. One of these days I'll learn to read things properly. Was asked a question today about Virkon Aquatic, because obviously I've sent some out, and on the bottle for Virkon it doesn't actually give you a dosage rate, and there's a couple of different figures floating around on the dose rate for Virkon. Some people say 500 gallons per tablet, some people say 1,000 gallons per tablet. The actual recommended dose rate is 500 gallons per tablet. So on my pond, which is 25,000 litres, which is just shy of 5,500 gallons, it's 11 tablets is the recommended dose. And I just ran out of recording time again. Deleted everything off the phone, but didn't empty the recycle bin, so I may as well have not deleted everything. It's one of those days today, isn't it, guys? One of those days. So yeah, um, the recommended dose is one tablet, which is 5 grams per 500 gallons. I'm going to splice in a screen grab of a letter that I've been given by the distributor explaining the dosage. They've asked me to leave their name on it because they've done all the research into it and everything else, which I'm quite happy to do. They are the UK distributor for Virkon. You can go and buy it from their website, it's not a problem. It is a little bit more expensive than I sell it for, but they are the main distributor. And I did say if I put the letter up, I would leave their details on there. So that's that one. Hopefully that'll be spliced in somewhere around here. With a bit of luck. Um, yeah, National on Sunday. I'll be there with Paul Smith. Going to bump into a few people. A few people we've arranged to bump into, and we'll just bump into whoever else is there at the time. We're going to have a nosy at Jack the Baldwin Reefer's stall up there, have a look at some of these Polish koi in the flesh and close up, and generally have a good afternoon. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be fun. If anyone wants to grab a coffee, I'm up for that. I won't be drinking because I'll be driving, but coffees are always good. Obviously, there are the usual suspects that I will not engage with and will steer a wide berth around. I'm not getting involved in it. I don't want any drama up there. But if drama comes to my door, then I'm quite happy to deal with it. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I don't think there's any chance of anything really sort of getting out of hand, as it were. But I'm just going up for a bit of fun and a bit of chat and a bit of banter. Simple as that. Again, I just can't see the point in it all. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that anymore. That's something as far as I'm concerned is dead and buried. And you know there are far too many people that keep bringing it up and inflaming the situation with various comments and digs and jibes from behind the camera. Not my style. If you got something to say to me, come and say it to my face. No skin off my nose. Yeah, so the Vircon's going well. LearnX Pro. Still problems with that. Spoke to the distributor again. They told me it was coming in on Friday of last week. Still no sign of it. Their usual delivery is a Tuesday. So I rang them again today and they went, little problem. There is a piece of machinery broken at the manufacturing plant. They can't actually make it. So if you have placed an order for Virkon and you are watching this, I have emailed everyone that's ordered Virkon and hasn't had it delivered yet. You will have an email with my personal mobile number on it. Please give me a call. We'll work work out what you want to do, whether you want to sit on your hands and wait for it, or whether you want to cancel your order, and I'll refund you your money, obviously. But unless you can find someone that's actually got it physically on the shelf, they can't actually manufacture it at the moment, which is why I'm struggling, and that information has only just come through. The Virkon Aquatic is in and is chugging out the door quite nicely. I shall possibly be reordering that next week if it keeps going at the rate it's going out. Please bear in mind with Virkon, it's not there to treat fish. If you've got a sick fish, it will not treat a fish. It's there to disinfect your water. I think that's the best way of explaining how it works. It's more preventative than a cure. So please bear that in mind. If you have sick fish, then it's not going to do a lot to cure them. So if you've got fish suffering with bacterial infection, it's not going to cure those fish. It's as simple as that. Having said that, I dosed my pond again with it yesterday. Mr. Voldemort had been sulking in the corner for 3 days. I've been waiting for Lernix Pro myself to come in because I know they have got Fluke. I've now gone with Kusuri Fluke N. We'll give that a go because I've had good results with that in the past. So hopefully that will be here tomorrow. I did a double dose of Virkon Aquatic. My personal choice, I'm not recommending anyone does it. All I know is that Virkon Aquatic, it doesn't build up in the way that it can become dangerous to fish, as far as I'm aware. So I thought, right, I'm going to hit it hard, I'm going to see what happens and hold my breath. Again, this is not a recommendation, this is my own experience and what I'm prepared to risk and what I'm prepared to do. All the fish are swimming around like no tomorrow. Even Mr. Voldemort has stopped sulking and he's been swimming around the pond today. Now, I don't know if it's coincidence. I don't know if it's just one of those things that he's up and about for a day or two. But it seems like a bit of a coincidence to me that all of the fish seem to be more active, especially Voldemort, who's really suffering at the moment, bless him. And I still can't get on top of it. But to my mind and to what I've seen in the pond, it's made a massive difference. And I will be continuing to use it certainly in the near future. I know there are some out there that said that they've seen no differences at all. It hasn't cured bacterial infections and that sort of thing, but that's not what it's designed to do. It's not designed to cure bacterial infection. It's designed to help prevent. Preventative rather than cure, I think is the phrase. But to my mind, it's certainly had a positive impact. And I used Virkon a bit last year, but I was dosing it at 1 tablet per 1,000 gallons. And I'd seen a little bit of change, but nothing major. But after speaking to the distributor and getting the actual proper information, I've been half dosing it. So, for everyone that's like dosing at 1 tablet per 1,000 gallons, try 2, because that's the recommended dose, and see the difference, because I've certainly seen the difference when I used it last year. See, I've done 1 tablet per 250 gallons, and that has made a massive difference. I put 11 tablets in. Yeah, 11 tablets I put in. And that's made a huge difference. I can't describe the difference it's made to the fish. Whether it's going to knock my filters back, I don't know. But at the moment, all I'm concerned about is I thought Voldemort was going to die 2 days ago, and today he's swimming around the fish like a Sansai. And he's at least 10 years old. So, positive result in that respect. Not a recommendation, just talk about what I've done with the pond today. So yeah, we've had media everywhere. We've had easy pods boiling when they shouldn't have been boiling. Got toothache. Got sieve screen. I hope that works. That's going to make so much difference. We've got Evolution Aqua pumps that have just decided to spontaneously split. I put a post on Facebook about it, and a couple of people have said to me theirs have split in exactly the same place. And funnily enough, their pumps are approximately the same age. So whether it's a bad batch or a manufacturing defect at that point in time, bear in mind the pump's a little over 12 months old, so it's still fairly new. I dropped mine within the first week of having it. I dropped it, and I chipped a little bit of the blue impeller casing. So I'd put it down to the fact that I dropped it, and I'd obviously weakened it, and over time it had fractured. But when someone else turned around to me and said, no, I had one exactly the same, sent me the photograph, and the split was in exactly the same place, it starts you thinking, well, maybe there was a bad batch. And just for information, I've not seen on any of the distributors them selling spares. Not the impeller housings anyway. I've seen the impellers, I've seen the control boxes, but I've not seen the blue impeller housing that sits on the front. Hats off to Japan Koi Imports down by Peterborough. They actually sell the impeller housings for all the Veripumps and a multitude of other spares like the foot that it sits on. And that blue plastic impeller housing was about 15 quid. I was amazed. I thought it was going to be 20 or 30 quid. So I thought, well, it's not even worth buying a tube of CT1 and trying to bodge it up, because a tube of CT1 is almost as much as the impeller housing. So I just jumped on there and grabbed another one. Thank you, Facebook, for pointing me in that direction, because I was seriously thinking I was going to have to buy a new pump. So yeah, hats off to Japan Koi Imports, or JKI as they're known. They're down near Peterborough. It's one of Jamie Keeping It Koi's favourite places. One of Steve at Cat and Eye Koi's favourite places. Go and have a look at his video of their boneyard, or their graveyard as they call it. That is something else. Yeah, they've saved me a Veripump. So yeah, that's basically my waffle for the day. As I say, there should be a few clips spliced into this. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see if I can work out how to do that. But until the next one, ciao.